What's going on, people? OG back on the screen. As you can see, this is an old video of when I used to have hair. Today we're here to talk about NBA 2K26 badges. 2K did a thing recently where in next gen they tried to add badges to the game in certain ones. 22 next gen was the best one. As you can see right here, they give us the just abundance of badges that we wanted in this game, and it made this game very, very smooth. Like, the only thing people were complaining about really was the parks. Like, the parks could have had like a better setting. We could have just had, it was just a certain time frame. Like, I feel like people didn't get to really appreciate this game. And the speed boosting, it was certain little twitchiness with the game, but they could have touched that up. They could have fixed that, and they could have just kept going with this idea. And the builds were balanced. You just didn't see everybody with the same builds in this game. It was all different types of unique builds in this game. This is like a superstar build game. So when people say, oh, you want to go back to archetypes, no, this is still archetypes. What are people confused about when we say archetypes? There's still archetypes in this game. It's just they did bad with how the archetypes attribute spreads are. It's like everybody's the same, so it's really not too much. Like, everybody just really goes to a meta type certain build in this game. There's no real chess strategy within certain ranges of the game. Like, it's just so much I'm trying to like explain in one take, and I can't. But it's so many just, oh yeah, I can explain for days with this game, right? We need to go back to where the badges had the separation. When the badges had the separation like this, no matter what people said, regardless of legend, whatever we have now, there was a balance within the levels. If somebody didn't have it on that level, they wasn't doing it heavily. In this game, you still can do certain little things. Most of the time, people just meet or dunk. And I say it's randoms all the time. They say, well, that's what 2K gave us. And I'm like, yeah, they made the game family friendly. It's not hard to just use that dunk meter. It's not. Are we serious? That's what people go to. That's their go-to to feel like they can secure a dunk. And back then, it was just a layup. And that is the natural, real shot in real life. Real life reality. A layup, people. That's the most secure shot somebody can take. A layup. Everything else becomes a little bit more difficult in basketball. And you have to have skill. Layups are the most, what do they call it? Fundamental thing you can learn how to do. And they teach you in basketball. Remember, I played regulation basketball, people, under the whistle. Now, so these facts is, the dunking is like, damn, that's something that's like more rare you see in games. Like, it's funny. Back to what I was saying now. So 20 in each category with the badges. I feel like even they can add more. Like, we should have a game that's more diverse. Like, people look at the badges as in, oh, it's crutches or it helps. Like, no, they're supposed to separate. Even if we had stats and we only had stats and we didn't have badges, we still would have badge abilities. This is why they implement the badges within the game. It just makes the game have more of a thicker mold, I would say, you know? Like ice cream, but cookies and cream. You know, it's still ice cream. You could eat plain vanilla, but cookies and cream add a little bit more flavor. That's all it is. I don't know why people get so, you know, weird with the badges. So I just want to go through these badges. I'm going to click through here, and I want you guys to see how much badges we had. Fast twitch, fearless finisher. Now they just stacked fearless finisher into like strength and just finishing. If you got good finishing, then you got a little bit of strength on your build. So you see how they made the game? And it's like everybody just goes and have strength. It's not even like a game where it's like, oh, go with just no strength because you'll have way more speed or something and you'll feel it. It's nothing like that. So at some point we sit back and we're like, I sit back and I'm like, damn, they made the game really like simple, and it's not even like realistic to where they were trying to go to at all. Giant Slayer, we just had badges that were just like grace under pressure. People didn't have these badges, they wasn't doing certain things, and I feel like still some of these badges needed a tweak within the time when we were playing this game. I'm not going to make it seem like everything is all perfect at all, right? Hook specialist, regular badges that we see. Limitless takeoff. I used to like the fact that we had limitless takeoff. Now it's like when players, because some players had it on their build only at silver, so they couldn't launch that fast. Some player had the builds, so then it hit them in their shooting. They couldn't have the high shooting. You see just the little stuff that it was a lot of counteracting chest play. Like, this is what we wanted. This is what we liked. People were on this next gen way more heavier. I remember, because I was on it, playing it, going crazy. Mouse in the house. When it was a smaller player, they had like more realistic badges, like how, like, and now, like, now it's just they took it away, but they had way more realistic. Like, now, if a small player, yeah, you can still finish over a small player in this 2K, but it's sometimes small players can end up getting a stop, and it's like, damn, if that badge was there, 2K should allow you to get a different animation. It called for the switch. It just balanced out the game more. When you have a smaller player feeling like, okay, I can guard him too, or I can guard the center, it takes away from that aspect. Everybody's just going to start focusing their gameplay towards playing the meta because it's not balanced. They're just going to say, okay, I'm going to do what works. And I understand them for doing that. But is it going to be a fun game at the end of the day? Nah. You know, they just stacked everything into animations, and it's like, it's not even fun. Everybody plays the same way. There's no diversity. Slithery finisher, teardropper, like, teardropper was really like better back in the other 2Ks, like, because you could do a Euro floater. Like, now in this game you have to go into a straight floater animation, and it's like, yo, y'all messing up the game. Like, players do hop step floaters, like all types of stuff. Like, they make it so slow, people, because they understand like how lit the game could really get. Like, I just don't get it. Y'all know how Derrick Rose hop step in the paint and then flow. You can't even do that type of shit in this game. 25 is supposed to be realistic and pro play animations. No, they just focus on pro player animations that they think is the best, that they need to center around the game around, and that's it. It's crazy to me when we sit back and really look at it. Shooting, we had the blinders, the catch and shoot, the chef. Now everybody just 99 3 ball, and then you just do everything. You see what I'm saying? There at least used to be a balance. Some builds used to have blinders high, so they'll get certain shots. It used to be leveled out in certain ways. Now it's just everybody goes to that one thing. Circus 3s for the step backs. Why can't we have it separated like that again? To where if you do have that badge, you're going to reign in that area. Do people really want to feel like a superstar? Like, they're not doing it the right way. We had clutch shooter within clutch moments. That was a great badge. Like, why is that not there? If a player chooses to put that in his arsenal within tight moments, like, yo, that was just, it was a more of a vibe. Like, in tight moments, it was just more security. Okay, I got this badge on this level. Certain key times, they had difficult shots. Like, this was when 2K was 2K. No, everybody didn't have all these on these levels. Yeah, it looks pretty. We going down, we seen all purple, but we had abundance of badges. Green machine should be a badge. If you hit a shot consistently, get a little boost. Tone things down. I don't get why just tone things down. You feel something too OP, tone it down. Make it a way where it's more, gotta have more value to attain the badge. Limitless spot up. Like, bring back all this and more. Like, why do they make it seem like they can't expand within more? Like, why we on next gen consoles? We need more, people. You look at all these badges, you scroll through and you see all these badges. Lucky number 7 to boost the early in the shot clock for players that want to shoot fast, play fast. This was the freedom, people. This was the real freedom that y'all really think, like, y'all talking about rhythm shooter. They never got this badge right. It popped up on certain shots, but no, this should pop up on when players are doing a lot of. We had set shooter. I don't get, like, why did they go away from this? It was all balanced perfectly. You want to know what was being balanced about this game? The badges didn't play out how they were supposed to. Set shooter wasn't really like a good, they made you have to wait for a second. Like, no, they should have made it as soon as you set, you got this badge. Yeah, if you wait longer, yeah, you could get the boost still, but you still get a good little boost off it. Like, they should have made more of these badges matter a little bit more within the game. I can remember some of these badges was just like, people was using other badges over other, like, people wasn't using rhythm shooter heavy, because I understand how it didn't work properly. Like, they were still testing that out, but then they take it away and it's like, no, this is like, I can see how this could have been good over time. Like, they just rework badges, make them better. No, they want to scrap a lot. Sniper, we had badges, man. We had badges back then. Even I liked it better when it was like this, family friendly. For the now, it's like they do so much to combat this. Like, people don't understand. Sorry for the stutter, but it was really a lot of them taking away stuff was for the Zens. People are not realizing it. A lot of taking away was for them to start doing the stop and pop. We had everything. And sometimes people say, oh, stop and pop don't work for me, so they didn't use it. But that's stuff they have to fix. 2K has to always make players feel like when they use a badge, it's going to matter within a certain way. Always. And then there's always a counter to it. Why haven't they reached that threshold yet? That's what we're looking for. Too many badges. Volume shooter, a classic 2K badge. Why not bring it back? Even if you're missing it, it's going to keep a player confident to take up his shots. A lot of players just start to want to drive and force and take meter dunks nowadays. I'm telling y'all, they're going to go back to adding these badges all back. They're going to realize, damn, one of our badge system, when we had a little bit more expanded and players had a little bit more, I guess, the pick system, way better. I think that's how this game was, like, you know. So hopefully we can get back to the roots, man. They had a lot of great badges in this game. A lot of y'all remember some of them. I just want to get to the final last part and finish up. The defense, they had crazy badges. Hustler, you know how when you just now it just relies on your speed and certain things, like, but they have badges where it's like, yo, that's realistic. If somebody wants to choose, like, wait, yeah, I got a hustler mentality. Damn, it's gonna take away points though if I use. That's chess right there. That's a realistic way to balance players out. They can hustle and go and save the ball a little bit better. Now in this game, it's like, yo, it's iffy now with it. You gotta have a lock, super speed, or just a guard speed, but it's still random sometimes with these loose balls. The main badge that they kept and having it super OP is Interceptor. Why not the Intimidator badge? Why not Menace for the players that's playing good defense, staying in front of a player? They actually rewarded you better and turned them into badges. Did it way better. I hope you guys can look at this video and see and learn something. Okay. I hope you guys can look at this video and learn and see some things, like, and understand. A lot of the patches came from players' abuse of things. The Zens. They try to paint it on, oh, hot zone hunter, this and that, and everybody couldn't shoot. I remember there was still people trying to learn how to shoot within the middle of the game and the end cycle of the game. Still playing this game and still trying to learn how to shoot, comment on videos. Even I know they're doing it for bigger YouTubers, so come on. I'm not the only one, so that let me know, like, yeah, they just was trying to do things from the jump to combat Zen users, people that are cheating. Because back then they were stronger. It was automatic. If somebody was cheating, it was automatic. But it was clear to see. It was more clear to see. But it was still something, 2K trying to fix. And then they went their route, building a whole new system. So that's why I feel like they're going to have to start breaking it down and going back to some of their original roots. Because it's not like they was like, oh, they thought their system was going to work. But still, you see Zens are still in use and it hasn't worked. We need to go back. They need more, man. I can think of so many ideas, y'all, to where we could have literally 50 badges each category. I can have ideas. And people will be like, damn, yeah, oh, damn, yeah, that is true. For me to be able to do that. Damn, that could be a badge. Damn, yeah, you're right. I'm telling you. It's just we're so stuck with what we've seen already. People can't get their mind to go outside of the box. Tireless defender, man, we used to have them badges, and that badge didn't even fully work to its full capability. It worked a little bit in certain circumstances, but not to the full capability, and we didn't even get a real good run with it. Them actually making a real good badge where it shows you're a better defender and you make a lot of more crazier defensive movements. No. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Hit the like. 2K26, we need a better spread of badges and builds to where it just floods out just beautifully. Hit the like, subscribe.